boys! Yes! Hello! We all good? We all good? Yeah. Right, simmer down, my minions. Simmer down. We got a lot to get through, so let's just get on with it, shall we? First of all, who here has snacks? Because I am famished.
Oh, I got snacks.
What do you got?
Well, I got a raspberry.
Not my favourite food, but yeah, toss it. Love it, aye. What the hell? I don't think I've ever seen that bad for mine. I would go over and get it, but it would ruin the magic, of course. Also, a completely random topic. Completely random. But if you ever get pulled over by a cop, and you're sober, pretend like you're wasted, just to completely mess with the officer. Like, they come up to the car. Please wind down your window, please, sir. Okay, officer. I'm gonna do that. I'm doing it. Oh, it's electric. As a button, because it's electric.
You have anything to drink, like, sir?
No, officer. Not on a Tuesday.
Today's Friday.
Not on a Friday.
Okay, one longer from the back, please, sir.
Yes, I will, you absolute champion. Ha ha. Here you go, Mr. Pilo Saucifer.
Thanks.
You're free to go. Hell yeah! So yeah, just do that because it's fun. It is fun. Just because I know I may seem a bit energetic, but that's just part of my character. I'm still getting used to the newer version of my medication, but still, anyways. Speaking of energetic, it was my last week of year 9 at school last week. I'm on week break, but now we're just doing some kind of fun stuff in the last week, because you know, school isn't always that fun. In physics, we were going to do a fun little practical, and randomly, someone at the back of the class just yells out, "Woo!" What? Like, okay, it's not that exciting, and also, it's weird when one person is just wooing. Like, one person is wooing, everyone's like, what the hell is wrong with that guy? But if you're in a group, if there's a bunch of you doing it, it's like you see them walking down, woo! Oh, they're having a nice time, aren't they? But with one person, it's just dead awkward. So, like, you're running a bakery, so that's a bread roll, white loaf, and a pretzel. That comes to $6.50. I no longer wish for you to purchase my bread products, sir. And on the subject of school, and how it's finished, I'm going to be high focused on this show, I'm telling you now. Rehashing the strange stories of what the hell happens in there. I've got a good one queued up for you. It involves me going to drama club, where most people there are my only friend group, so like 20 minutes later, me almost being crushed by a bunch of massive table toppers. And I'm going to spend the next bit of this show talking about how the hell that went down. We all ready?
Yeah.
So, it all started when I went to weekly drama club that me and my friend group go to every time without fail. It was a Tuesday! We were all in little groups doing the performance. We were in groups of 4. Now, somehow, all the other 3 were off, leaving poor old me all alone. So for that session, I had to help out with everything like an underpaid postman. Now everyone is rehearsing in their little groups, while I just sit aside. Now I could hear everyone just having a little conversation, and it was dead awkward. I was trying so hard not to laugh through my calls for help. I could hear one person talking about their show. Somehow, it just involves a chair that could talk. And another person talking about what they have for lunch. And another person. I can hear them laughing. But unfortunately, the person in question has the weirdest, creepiest laugh you'll ever hear. I have never heard anything like it. I can just hear it. Brrr, brrr. They sound like a sheep, I'm telling you. So, brrr. So anyway, I'm sat next to the table toppers. I could have sat on a chair. I could have sat on a bench. But no, I'm sat in the corner next to the stack of table toppers. I'm sat there. Maybe I bumped them. Maybe they were just unbalanced. But all of a sudden, I am being buried by a bunch of table toppers, and before I know it, the whole lot have collapsed on me. By the time I turned my head, there was nothing I could do but let out a quarter of a second. Oh. And I'm just terrified for my life, wondering if I'll ever make it out of there. I mean, how no one noticed is beyond me. I'm trying to push them, but it weighs like a solid 75 kilograms in total. So I try calling for help, but everyone's too loud. Laughing person is still ringing. It's like, can anyone hear something? Yes. So I just give up for a while and sit there just dwelling, wondering if I'll ever get out of the mess I've just got myself in. I can hear people individually, still about the talking chair, still about whatever the hell the people were having for lunch, and still about and yeah, I'm just sat there, contemplating my own mortality. However, about 7 minutes later, because I can hear the clock chime, that's time. Alright, everyone needs to pack up now. And then all of a sudden, I just hear someone ask, wait a minute, where's Joe? And everyone just like starts coming, and I'm just like banging on the things. Help! I'm in here, you old bunch of geese. And then one of them finally hears me, and I'm like, oh my god, finally, thank you. And they all pull them off me. I'm like, geez, it took so stuffy in there. It smelled like rotten eggs, dead rat. But anyway, one of them then has the gall to say, oh, I had a feeling you were under there. Are you serious? Everyone is just looking dead confused. It's like, I can only say, why the hell did you not think to check? And they didn't even respond, so everyone was just too confused. So we just left it at that. And that's how that happened, yeah. Fun, yeah. Okay. Hello there, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Mum.
Okay. Either this is some long distance relationship I'm yet to hear of, or your parents could just not be bothered naming you. So which of the two is it? I'm not even getting to this. I'm too tired for this. Anyway, what did you do today?
I went out.
Did you hear that? She went out, everybody. Round of applause for Mum. She went out. What did you do when you went out?
We went to a garden.
A garden? Oh, you went to a garden. Very nice. Very nice. What did you do at the garden then?
We looked at a fountain.
Ooh, a fountain. She went to a fountain, guys. Like a fancy little pixie on their way to deliver the fun stuff to the elves. I'm alright with the fountains. Okay. I don't know whether to just move on with the show or continue talking about this mysterious fountain.
I would definitely move on.
Well, yeah, you would do that because it's horrible for you, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, fine, we'll do that. Okay, on the topic of my drama friend group, we've all been friends, like, all year. So every break and lunch, we spend it in the drama room, right? I may never return. Oh god, no. Oh hell no. What did you have a bean and cheese burrito for breakfast, my guy? What happened? I'm gonna move on with that. I don't like thinking about that. Good god. So we're in the drama room every break and lunch. We're just always there. They're like a little clump of monkeys. Also, random little question. What's the name for a group of monkeys? Seriously, anyone know? Like, there's a herd of sheep. There's like a flock of geese. So what's the name for something of monkeys? It's not barrel, by the way. But I heard someone call them gang once. It's like, I don't think it's that, but like, That'll be for my inner gang of monkeys. Also, off topic, on topic, on drama school, which is outside of regular school that I do. The play we were doing.
Who's it about?
I'm in a gang of monkeys. But anyway, this one time we're all eating lunch, and suddenly, I've referenced this in another show I've done. Suddenly, a wasp flies through the window. Hate wasps, by the way. They swoop in, take more than their fair share, and stomp on anyone who gets in their way. Sound familiar? That's right, they're just like Spotify. And I've always found it humbling how a bee's sting kills it after one sting, but wasps, on the other hand, they just keep on stinging. Thrusting away like some sort of...
Do we have a change of subject?
When I was writing this bit, I was struggling to get a thrusting motion that didn't look absolutely absurd and ridiculous. I couldn't think of one, so I just hoped I'd think of something off the top of my head. And as you can all see, I failed miserably.
Hopefully not.
But should we go back to the fountain? That sounds more interesting.
No.
Was there anything else at the garden?
No, no wasps though.
Okay, well that's one good thing. They weren't thrusting. I can't even... I'm lost for words right now. But it's almost pretty much at the end of the show, so... What are we going to do? So I'm going into year 10 next week. Shush, Dad. We're going into year 10 next week.
What did I do?
We're going into year 10 next week. I'm not scared. I don't care. The only thing that's really changing is the timetables and the form groups. If I get a bunch of what I like to call geese in my form room, I'm running out of there faster than the thrusting wasps. I can't deal with that. No, not doing it. I don't care about my what in theatre education. I don't care. I'm not dealing with geese all year. And also, like, timetable, I better not get late lunch, because that would suck. I'm a very hungry person at lunch, I'm not very hungry at breakfast. So, at breakfast, I'm just sat there like... At lunch, I'm just slamming that stuff into my face like a weapon. And I'm just that hungry. And then comes dinner, I'm alright. And I'm just ad-libbing this whole thing, you know. But that really comes to the end of the show, and I don't really know what to tell y'all, because this has been a bit of a disaster of crowd work.
I'm sorry about a bad crowd.
Don't pat me.
I'm
But-
sorry for eating beans.
Okay, well, you should be. Next time, think about your diet, please. For the love of God. It stinks even down here. I can't even imagine what it's like out there, by the way. But should we just end it now, though? Well, we may never know what the collective group for a name of monkeys is. What's the name for a collective group of monkeys?
I know.
It's not barrel.
It can be.
True.
Troop or tribe.
Touche, sir.
Troop or tribe. Or cartload.
We got a fact checker in the audience, people.
Troop, tribe, or barrel.
Okay. Touche, sir. I remember, like, I like to eat meat, by the way. It's like random topic off the top of my head. I like to eat meat as much as the next person, but like sometimes I just think about it. I'm not a vegan, by the way. Don't go hating on me, please. I don't talk about it to everyone I know. But anyway, I like meat as much as the next person, but like, do you think where it comes from? I was like, what's the difference between a dog and a pig, though? But like, I remember I sat at someone once, and someone in the background just yelled, "Bacon!" Touche, good sir. It's like, and I sometimes find there's quite a step up. I was talking about year 10 earlier, you remember, right?
Yeah.
There's quite a step up from the practicals in year 9 to year 8. In year 8, it was seeing if you could light magnesium, which was all well and fun. But this time, it's just lighting stuff on fire. What fun! It's like, in year 8, it's just, that was kind of fun. And in year 9, it's just, let's see which table saw can saw someone's head off quickest. Very good, Simon, very good. A plus for you. But anyway, we're just going to wrap up the show right there. Thank you all so much. You've been a great audience tonight, despite some of you being a gas gun and someone liking fountains or ponds. But that concludes it. Thank you all so much. Sorry, bye.
Yay!